Let's talk Apple. Worst performer in the Magnificent Seven this year, which is not all that bad. It's still up 49%. But the Magnificent Seven average is around 108%. So what's in store for Apple next year? Steve Kovach has more for today's Tech Check. Steve.
Hey, Sarah. Yeah, that's the big question for Apple going into next year. How does it return to that top-line revenue growth? And, of course, we've been talking about this for the last several months. 4 straight quarters in a row of declining sales. And on top of that, that super important holiday quarter that we're in right now, Apple says sales are probably going to be flat. Now, despite that, shares up about 48%. Nothing to shake a stick at. But look, there's good news and bad news heading into 2024 when it comes to what can return them to growth. Let's talk about the headwinds in China in particular here. Huawei coming back online and making phones again. We've seen some indications that Chinese customers are switching from iPhone back to Huawei now that they're making phones again, plus a crackdown by the government over there on online gaming, and of course all those rumors we hear about certain government agencies banning iPhones. I would also throw in, as we're talking internationally, the EU Digital Markets Act that's going to go in effect over there. That could be really hard too. Here in the U.S., that reprieve that Apple got yesterday with the Apple Watch still being worked out. But look, there's also some really good stuff going on here too, re-accelerating software margins because of the service business. Services were up 16% in the September quarter.
Try again.
So that's what we got going on there, Sarah. It's going to be a lot of struggles going on to move them forward and get back to top-line revenue growth again.
What about AI? Is there going to be an AI story for Apple?
It's hard to tell. We do know there was that report last week in the New York Times talking about sort of how they're training their own large language models, kind of like OpenAI is doing, taking a different approach to and paying those companies. But we really have no idea when it comes to generative AI what's going to happen there, and also how is there a revenue opportunity there? Is there some kind of AI app store or something else? We're not really sure.
All right. Thank you, Steve Kovach.
Thanks.